The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke.
Glory to you, O Lord.
When Jesus looked up, he saw some wealthy people putting their offerings into the treasury. And he noticed the poor widow putting in 2 small coins. He said, "I tell you truly, this poor widow put in more than all the rest. For those others have all made offerings from their surplus wealth, but she, from her poverty, has offered her whole livelihood." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Isang araw pagkatapos ng aking misa, ay meron pong isang sakristan at lumapit sa akin. Sabi niya, "Father, pwede kong magtanong?" Sabi ko, "Sure." Ang tanong ng sakristan ay ito, "Father, lahat ba yung nagbibigay na yan generous?" Kung kayo po, tatanungin ko, lahat ba ng nagbibigay generous? Ibig sabihin ba, pag nagbigay ka, generous ka na? The answer is no. And we take this from the gospel of today. Can you just imagine? The wealthy people have offered more than this poor widow. Pero hindi naman po kasi yung amount ang pinag-uusapan dito when it comes to generosity. Generosity is measured on the motivation or the spirit of giving. Ibig sabihin, para maging generosity ang pagbibigay, tatanungin muna natin ang sarili natin, bakit ka ba nagbibigay? Because there are so many motivations why people give. Yung iba, nagbibigay para ma-display ang kanilang sarili na nagbibigay for publicity. Kaya nga maraming nagbibigay na may mga kasakasamang kamera. Pwede ka ring magbigay dahil obligasyon mo. Or pwede ka ring magbigay na sobrang sama ng loob mo. Kumbaga, padabog ang pagbibigay mo. This kind of giving, we do not call them generosity. Because real generosity must always come from a joyful and a grateful heart. Ibig sabihin, para maging generosity ang pagbibigay natin, tanungin natin, masaya ka ba sa pagbibigay mo? At yung pagbibigay mo ba ay nagmumula sa iyong pasasalamat sa biyaya ng Panginoon? Joyful and grateful giving, that makes it generosity. Pangalawa ay, when we talk about real generosity, we also have to consider the effect on the giver. Bakit? Kung babalikan natin yung ebanghelyo natin, yung mga mayayaman na nagbigay ng napakarami, ang epekto sa kanila, wala naman talaga eh. Bakit? Did it hurt them? No. Bakit? Sabi nga dito sa Ebanghelyo, sobra nila yung ibinigay. It came from their surplus wealth, from their excess. Ibig sabihin, kahit nagbigay sila, it did not hurt them at all. It did not require any sacrifice from them. But this poor widow, did it hurt her? Of course. Bakit? Yun na lang yung natitirang pera niya eh. Pag ibinigay niya yun, wala nang natira sa kanya. Specifically, we have to remember the situation of widows during the time of Jesus. Women during those times in a patriarchal society, they depend so much on their husband. Bakit? They cannot possess properties. Wala silang karapatan sa society ang mga babae noon. Kaya itong widow na ito, sa asawa lang niya nakadepende, wala balo na ito eh. So she cannot depend on anyone. Itong 2 coins na lang ang inaasahan niya sa buhay, and yet she gave it all. Did it hurt her? Certainly. Kaya yung giving, for it to become generosity, it must hurt us. In short, it must require sacrifice from us. And so, my dear brothers and sisters, tanungin natin, kung kayo ay nagbibigay, generous ba kayo? Depende kung bakit kayo nagbibigay at kung ano ang epekto ng ibinigay ninyo sa inyo. Real generosity always comes from a joyful and a grateful heart. And generosity involves sacrifice from us.